Nacho's back.
What the fuck was that?
With another video on the channel. What's up guys, it's the Nacho here and welcome back to another video. Today we've got another prediction with some big matches this weekend. Oh yes, there's some juicy, incredible derbies this weekend.
Yeah.
Some of them are unbelievable. But hey, we're going to start off with the Manchester derby between Manchester City and Manchester United. And well, these two teams are in a little bit of form recently. Man City, who have scored 12 goals in 2 games after putting 6 past Southampton. They did the same thing to Shakhtar Donetsk in the Champions League, quite convincingly, even though Raheem Sterling probably did the worst trip I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, it's funny because it's true.
I haven't seen a bad refereeing instance since Terry's handball against Ireland, but we're not going to talk about that. That's I don't want to talk about it. But anyway, so Man City are flying right now, scoring goals for fun, beating teams everywhere. As for Man United, they're also in good run of form at the minute. They keep winning games late. They're sort of the late show at the bit of Manchester United after winning games by the odd goal every time. Beating Newcastle United, coming back from 2-0 down, and Alexis Sanchez scoring the winner. Did the same thing, even though against Chelsea it was the total opposite, even though they should have won that game. But there's always like Man United have to concede a goal to actually know we are in a game. It's like the first 30 minutes they don't know what they're doing, and then when they concede that first goal, it's like, okay, we need to get in this game. We are 1-0 down. It's like they need to handicap themselves all the time. Manchester United against Bournemouth, they were second best, and Bournemouth should at least got a draw, but they do best Man United find a way of winning games by the ugliest of them all. This was the ugly duckling, Man United at the minute. So we did the same thing against Juventus in the Champions League as well. They came back from 1-0 down thanks to Ronaldo's incredible volley in the net. No goalkeeper in the world could save that. And then Matic with a fantastic free kick, and then a scramble goal at the end for Manchester United. It's a massive win for them in the Champions League against Juventus, one of the contenders to win it this year. But we don't know what to expect from Man United. I don't know what to expect from them anymore. Mourinho is a fantastic manager, but again, I don't know what to expect from Man United. So they could beat Man City like they did last season against City at the Etihad Stadium, where they came back from also 2-0 down, and Pogba stole the show in that game. So they can do it, but at times you don't know what to get from them. So in this game, I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I don't know. I mean, Man United could win this game, Man City could win this game, but I'm just going on the fence for a 2-2 draw. Now we're heading to Germany and the Klassiker between Borussia Dortmund and Bayern Munich. Definitely the biggest game in Germany this weekend. And to be perfectly honest, this is a humongous game for Bayern Munich. Dortmund win this game. The gap between Bayern and Dortmund is 7 points. That is a massive gap at this stage of the season, and we're heading into December. Bayern Munich are in awful form. They're not really playing great football. Yes, they got a win in the Champions League against AK Athens, even though AK Athens didn't really do themselves any favours really by just putting 10 behind the ball and not really having to go against the Bayern side, who for me are lacking in confidence. And Freiburg did that at the last weekend, and they got a good 1-1 draw against it, which probably may get them some form going for the rest of the season. So, like I said, Bayern Munich keep chopping, changing the team. Massive pressures on the Bayern manager. Kovacic is under massive pressure. Their Klassiker probably is the biggest game of his management career at Bayern Munich. If they beat Dortmund, then the gap is 1 point. They lose to Dortmund, the gap is 7 points. So it's going to be a real intriguing match. Dortmund on their hand have been sensational. They're scoring goals for fun, they're making goals. I know they lost in the Champions League against Atletico Madrid, but that was probably just once in the blue moon. Atletico Madrid are a very good team at home, even though Atletico Madrid have really been awful, but Atletico Madrid do like to do grind the result out when they're not playing great. But Dortmund are been definitely the best team in Europe to watch this season. They play some really good football. Farfar is definitely getting the best of the young bunch of players that he's got. I'm very impressed with Sancho. He's definitely improved. He's only 18 years old. He's going to be a superstar in the making. You've also got the likes of Klassiker, the guy that got known from Barcelona. Axel Witsel has been the signing of the season in the Bundesliga for me. What a defense, what a credible midfield player he's been since he Borussia Dortmund bought him from the Chinese Super League. So there's massive pressure on Bayern, but also pressure on Dortmund, because if they win this game, they pretty much stood down a statement saying we could win the league this year. And I think they will beat Bayern Munich. Bayern just this season have not really been great, but Dortmund's home form has been sensational. They beat Liga Madrid 4-0 in the Champions League. They've beaten every single team at home this season. Their home record has been absolutely sensational. And I think they'll beat Bayern Munich in the Klassiker 2-1. Now heading to Italy, and we're talking about AC Milan resurgence under Gattuso against the champions Juventus. I'm going to start off with AC Milan, and there's been a lot of speculation in the past number of days that Arsene Wenger could be the next AC Milan manager. Now I don't know where the story comes from. It's been all over the papers in Italy and also here in Ireland and the United Kingdom. So to be honest, is it really a good job for him to take at this moment in time, the AC Milan job? Yes, AC Milan is a massive football club. They're the second most teams in terms of European Cups. They've won 7. They only just paid Real Madrid, who've won 13 obviously. So they are a massive club, but in the past so-called 10 to 5 years, they've been in the decline. They haven't been in the Champions League since Zlatan was there, since they won the league title, the Scudetto, under Allegri, who happens to be the Juventus manager, and we'll get on to Juventus later. But as for AC Milan, we'll see if Gattuso is under massive pressure. There's new investors at AC Milan now, so we wait and see how that goes. As for Juventus, they keep winning teams, keep destroying teams in Italy. They are superior to every team in Italy right now. But the problem Juventus is, can they step it up in the big games in Europe, in the Champions League? They lost to Manchester United obviously, but Man United are not contenders for the Champions League. They're not even contenders to get out of the group, many contenders to get in the Champions League. So we wait and see on how Juventus will. I know Juventus should have beat Manchester United. They should have won that game 3 or 4. They had so many chances. Cuadrado honestly had 7 sitters in that game, and they hit the bar. They've had so many chances. They should have won the game by a landslide. But I just think Juventus, maybe Mandzukic is not him at this moment in time. They don't have an out and out number 9. Yes, we all know Ronaldo, but Ronaldo isn't really the out and out number 9. We're talking about likes of the top strikers in Europe. He isn't the out and out number 9. He sometimes play on the wing. He sometimes play he's more like a 9.5. They really do miss Mandzukic. Juventus, we need him back as soon as possible. But I think Juventus will have too much for AC Milan at the San Siro, and I'm going for a 3-1 win. Now we're heading to France, and we're talking about Monaco against Paris Saint-Germain. Now I don't need to talk about PSG. They're going to win the North Liga title. That doesn't need to be anything said. But as for Monaco, they've had a very, very awful start to the season. Tough start. They sacked their manager Leonard Jardim a couple of months back. They brought in Thierry Henry for they're going to resurgence. You bring back a cult hero, a cult legend in Thierry Henry, one of the greatest strikers in the history of European football. He's won everything. It has to be won from Champions League, World Cups, European Championships. It hasn't really happened for him so far at Monaco. Yes, he was the assistant manager to Roberto Martinez at the World Cup for Belgium. He got them third place, but getting that number 1, sort of being an actual manager, he really is strong at the minute. But I feel sorry for him because they don't have the players in terms of quality. Like you showed the players, like they sold Mbappe, Bernardo Silva, Mendy, Bakayoko, many other players that they have sold through that whole entire team. The whole spine of that team is gone now. So I feel sorry for Henry because he is really taking over a team that's really on decline, and I don't think Monaco will get relegated, but they are in a relegation battle in this moment in time until they get results going forward. And with that horrible home defeat against Club Brugge 4-0 in the Champions League midweek, it doesn't boost them confidence going forward. They have a young team, an experienced team, and I think they're going to be destroyed. And Thierry Henry, I think he is the manager of Monaco. I just think he doesn't have the players at his disposal for Monaco to go forward. So I think Monaco, for me, are just going to be running around mid-table this season. But PSG were at the floor from, I think, Neymar buying a hat-trick along with Mbappe, who also scored a couple of goals in a 5-2 walloping. Now we're heading to Spain, and we're talking about Sevilla against Espanyol. Two teams that are absolutely flying this season. Sevilla, who are second in the league, having a fantastic start to the season. Espanyol, who are also flying, and they're doing well. They're in the top 4. So these two teams have really overachieved. Maybe Espanyol definitely overachieved so far this season. And I'm really surprised with the way Sevilla have. I mean, Sevilla are a very good side. They've bought some really good players. It's Andre Silva, who's definitely been a different player than what he was at AC Milan. They've got Ben Yedder, who's a very good striker. You've also got Ega Banega, who's been excellent in that midfield. He's dictating the play, dictating the passes in there. They've got a very good experienced defence, a bit of youth in the goalkeeping position. They've got a really good team this season, Sevilla, and maybe an outside chance of actually breaking into that top 3. Espanyol have had a sensational start, their best start to it ever in La Liga. And they have a really good team, don't have a big squad, but they have a very good team. They understand the role. They have a very good manager, Flores, who used to be the Watford manager, obviously. He got sacked a couple of seasons back, but he's doing an excellent job in Espanyol. And this is an intriguing game because you don't know what to expect from these two teams this season. Sevilla obviously should be challenged for the top 4. Espanyol, I think, will be challenged for the top, maybe top 7, top 6 this year because of the awful start to the season from Valencia and Villarreal. So they've got a massive chance this year, Espanyol, to get into that top 6. And I think this game will be a 1-1 draw. Espanyol are very hard to beat. They don't see a lot of goals, they don't score a lot of goals. Sevilla do score a lot of goals, but they also concede. So I think it'll be a 1-1 draw and a very entertaining game. Now heading back to Italy, and we're talking about Roma against Sampdoria. Now Roma have not done well in Roma's sort of league season so far in Serie A has been the total opposite of what has been the Champions League. In the Champions League, they are flying. Joined top of the group with Real Madrid, 9 points. They're doing really well in the Champions League. You think, okay, maybe because they look at the Champions League as more of a priority for them than it does Serie A. Which really surprises me because Roma have invested a lot of money this summer in Javi Pastore. Yes, they lost Strootman in midfield, but to be honest, they brought in other players. They brought in Nzonzi from Sevilla and a couple of others. They got Pellegrini, who's a very good upcoming midfield player. They've got all really good players in that team, so I'm really surprised that Roma struggled in Serie A this season. But this weekend they're playing against Sampdoria side. We've got, for me, one of the best strikers in Italy in terms of maybe age. He's getting better in Quagliarella. He's just an incredible player, and I watched him when he was at Juventus. He really didn't know what he was. You could say he's now he's a very experienced striker, and he's been in absolutely sensational form for Sampdoria this season, scoring an absolutely beautiful goal against Napoli. Remember in the first couple of games of the season, beautiful. It's got to be for me goal of the season category because it's absolutely textbook. And he was fantastic in their just defeat against AC Milan at the weekend, and to be honest, they were really unlucky to lose that game. For Sampdoria should have got a draw, but Higuain just too much for Sampdoria. But in this game, I think it'll be the same thing. I think Dzeko, another number 9, you could say, he will bang in the winner in this game in a 3-2 win against Sampdoria, who scored a lot of goals, but also conceded a lot of goals. And then that just leaves the last game, which is RB Leipzig against Leverkusen. RB Leipzig have had an iffy start to the season. They haven't really been consistent in goals, but they haven't really been consistent this season. They can score a ton of goals, but they can also concede a ton of goals. They do miss Naby Keita in that midfield. I think he's been a massive miss in that team. But Theo Werner looks like to be a Theo Werner of old when he signed when he was on his first season at RB Leipzig, when they were actually challenging Bayern Munich for the Bundesliga title. As for Leverkusen, they haven't had a great start to the season, but Bailly and all the players like Oliver Brandt looks like to be getting back to the best of last season. So they're getting a couple, but they got a massive result at the weekend when they thrashed Werder Bremen 6-2, and looks like to be getting a bit of form going in the right direction. But I just think away they RB Leipzig. I think Leipzig will have too much for them, but I do think it'll be a goal fest match. I'm going for a 4-2 win for RB Leipzig. So guys, that's the end of the prediction for this episode. Don't forget to put in the comments down below your prediction for this weekend, and also have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to click the notification bells as well. Anyway, please like, subscribe. The Natural is out.